do tell me, why do I need a credit score? I learned that you do need a credit score, and not just any score either. You do need a good score to get a mortgage. In fact, the better your credit score is, the more access you have to loans at better interest rate.
Like, subscribe, and share to Voices of London TV.
Hello, lovely folks. Welcome to another Money Minute episode. I'm Ingrid B. Clayton. Today, my topic is why having a good credit score is important. And I am going to start today's episode with a little story that introduced me to the importance of having credit score, never mind having a good score. So, about 2 months after I immigrated to Canada, my husband and I stepped into a Honda dealership to purchase a car. And I remember getting a lovely salesperson. He was a sales guy. So I'll say a lovely sales guy who helped us to choose the car options, that we liked, while at the same time to, keep our payments affordable. Because that was very important. As a new immigrant coming into the country, I wanted affordable payments. Now, after we agreed on the model and color of the car, the options, the monthly payments, etc., he went to submit the application. I don't know why they used to go around the back to submit the application. Nowadays, they kind of do everything in front of you. But in those days, they used to go around the back to submit the application. When he came back, so after he went to submit, the application and he returned, I could tell that something was amiss. And of course, my suspicion was quickly confirmed when he said, "I'm sorry, your application was denied." And I could tell that it took everything out of him to share that news with us. But what he shared was that Honda Finance didn't approve our financing because we didn't have enough credit history. And he said that they couldn't find a credit score for us. And, I guess without a credit history, there's no credit score, right? Now, I was besides myself. So I immediately retorted, "Why do I need a credit score when I just want to purchase a car?" In fact, I went on to say to him that I can even prove to you that I have enough money in the bank to purchase the car cash, but obviously I wasn't going to deplete all my funds to purchase a car if I can pay for it over time. But do tell me, why do I need a credit score? And his response was, "Well, while having money in the bank is good, to get financing, you do need some credit history. When you have some credit history, you will have a credit score. And a credit score is what they use to approve customers for a car loan." Well, I didn't know that at the time, right? So my response was, "But I just came to the country like 2 months ago. How would I have credit history when I haven't credited anything here before?" So he explains that, well, actually, he didn't explain. He went on to say, "Oh, you just came to the country. Well, that will explain why they couldn't find any credit history for you, right? You need some credit history to have a score." Now, remember, I said he was a nice guy. He could have moved on to the next customer, but he didn't. So his next question was, "Did you say you have enough money to purchase the car?" Of course, my response was a resounding yes. Then he asked, "What bank do you bank with?" And my response was a little loaded, of course, because I was wondering, where was he going with these lines of question, or where was he going with this line of questioning? Because I was just there thinking, if he thinks that I was going to put all my money in a car so he could get his commission, he was in for a huge surprise. Having a car was really, it was great. It was great to have a car, don't get me wrong, but it wasn't that serious so that I would deplete all my funds, when I literally just came to the country to start over. My husband was here for a few months before, and, he's a software engineer and he had a decent job, but I'd just taken a minimum wage job just so that, I can keep afloat until the College of Teachers, process my documents. So I wasn't going to take all my money to buy a car. But luckily for us, he was such a great person that he pulled some strings to get, our bank to agree to a special car loan. And the interest rate was like twice what Honda Financing was offering. But I was still happy to get the ride. Plus he shared some good points, because the great news was purchasing the car, would start building my credit. And once I'd established some credit history, then I could get a credit score. And once I had a credit score, then I could apply for, a loan elsewhere, a cheaper loan to pay off the high interest car loan. So, it was a win-win situation. And with the tips I received from the salesperson about how to build my credit score, I embarked on a mission. And believe it or not, less than 2 years, and to be precise, I would say about 15 months in, I was able to apply for a loan, that was like 1% more, only 1% more than what Honda Financing was offering, to pay off that high interest loan. And we were able to get a new car loan with much cheaper interest. So that was good. But here's the kicker. At the time, I thought I didn't know about credit score because all my education up to that point was done in Jamaica. And there was no credit history. There was no credit score in Jamaica back then. I think there is now, but please don't quote me on that. But later on, I learned that credit score and lots of other things to do with finances were not taught in schools or in learning institution here, which I thought it was rather bizarre, especially when lots of, these things are essential for buying a car, buying a home, and so on. And especially when later, even later when I learned that you do need a credit score, and not just any, score either. You do need a good score to get a mortgage, to get a good, interest rate for your mortgage. In fact, the better your credit score is, the more access you have to loans at better interest rates. In fact, your credit history and score can even affect your application for life insurance. And you may be asking, but why? But think about it. Most people pay for their insurance monthly. And if the insurance company is, seeing a lot of missed payments on your credit history, they may think that you'll treat your insurance payments quite similar. Well, it does cost money to set up and run, keep your insurance policy running. So if they think that you're going to deal with your payments for your insurance in a similar way that you have been dealing with other payments, well, they might suspect that you're not going to, maintain a good policy. In fact, if they suspect that in a few months, your policy will likely lapse due to missed payments, they may not even want to go there. So it does make sense that your credit history could affect your life insurance application. So I'm sure by now you do realize the importance of having a credit score, but not just any score either. You should aim for a good to excellent score to reap borrowing benefits. Credit score in Canada ranges from 300 to 900, and according to Equifax is one of the credit bureaus in Canada. A good credit score is usually between 660 to 724 points. By the way, there are two credit bureaus in Canada. There's Equifax and there's TransUnion. So if your score is between 725 to 760 points, it's likely to be considered very good. And any score that is greater than 760 points is considered excellent, which is really where you want to be. You really want to have excellent scores, because when you have excellent scores, then you really have better negotiating power, and then you get better rates. So on my next episode, I will tell you how to achieve and maintain a good to excellent credit score. So do stay tuned. And thank you for watching. Until next time, to walk good.